Hey y'all, this is Space Marine 2112 again. I just decided, let's try something different. I'm hungry. Let's do some fast food rankings. I've seen people do this before, and I'm like, I don't quite agree with your ratings there. So, sorry, having some wine as well. It's a Nebbiolo from Italy. It's quite good. Um, but I was like, you know what? I better give my thoughts on all these restaurants as well as I can, and actually give my feedback because, gosh dang it, some people just don't know how to rank restaurants. So I have not tried to rank these beforehand. I like a good bit of them. I also have never had some of them, so there will be a lot going into this column just because of where they are at in the country. I've never had Jollibee. I don't even know what that is. Don't even know what they serve. So we're gonna have some fun here, trying to determine what is best. So we'll just get started off here. A&W. I have only been here once, but I got a burger there, and of course the root beer and some fries. I think I even got a shake here. It was pretty good, if I remember, but it wasn't anything to write home about. Nothing that I've. By the way, there's a lot here, so I'm going to try to go through them a little bit quicker. But it was all right. Again, not something that I particularly remember super much, or something that I'm like, oh, I gotta have it again. So I'm going to put it here in the middle at C. Arby's. I actually like Arby's quite a bit. I think that I actually like the overall flavor better than Lion's Choice, but Lion's Choice I think has better meat. So, well, of their roast beef anyway. Their other meats, I like the gyro and everything at Arby's. So I'm going to, for now, put this at B, and we'll see where this goes. I'm going to try to put equal numbers in each of these columns again, as always. Baja Fresh, I probably had this on a vacation before, but I don't remember it at all. It's probably like a Qdoba Chipotle type situation, but I don't remember it. So I'm just going to put it never had. I've also never had Blimpie. Bojangles was good, but it's not Chick-fil-A, and it's also not Cane's. I'm going to put it down here in D. I mean, when you're ranking chicken places, you got to have the top at the top. And there's going to be a lot in here, so yeah. Bojangles good, but not quite, where I need it to be. Anyway, Boston Market. I have never actually had a fast food version of Boston Market. I always get it as the frozen meals from the store whenever I've gotten it. So I don't know if I could really rank this on the best fast or casual restaurants because I've never actually had it straight from the restaurant. So I'm going to say this, but if I had to rate it on there, like if we had a frozen meals tier list, it would be towards the top. It's quite good. Burger King, I used to love it as a kid. I grew to not like it more and more as time went on. There's a Burger King by this concert venue that we were always going to for dinner, and they always took frickin' 30 minutes to 45 minutes sometimes just to come out with a frickin' burger. What was it, the Whopper there? Yeah, I would always get the Whopper or a chicken sandwich or something, but it always took him so gosh darn long, and it made us late to the concert once, so I have chosen never to go back again. But it wasn't terrible, so I'm not going to put it at F. But I did like it a lot as a kid. They basically were copying McDonald's, except for they didn't suck. But now I actually kind of think they suck, so it might have it might have flipped for me. Cane's is the second best chicken of them all. We'll get to that later, but they are definitely going to go into the best for me, at least at the moment. Carl's Jr. used to be my favorite burger place, and then Culver's came out. And then they got rid of their sesame seed buns in most of their burgers, but I did like their hand-breaded chicken. Oh, man, I tell you that was good. Of course, I like the red burrito and all that as well, since they have that other version. Now, I have known Carl's Jr. as being Hardee's my whole life because I live here in the Midwest, but, when I go on vacation, it's always cool to see them as the different name. But, again, they are quite good. I'm going to put them kind of in the mid-tier, though, and I don't know how to rank these two. I guess I'd probably put this above, just because I've been there more often. Checkers, aka Rallies, as we knew it in the Midwest. They were really good. I've only had them a couple times though, because every time I start getting into one, it shuts down. So I can't really thoroughly say I've been there so many times. But I tell you what, from what I remember, their fries are their one standout point. Their fries were always amazing. Had this great seasoning on them. The burgers, if I remember, were kind of middle of the line, but yeah, I remember them being pretty good. So I'll put them in B for now. Straight to S tier, the best. Chick-fil-A here is the bomb. It's God's chicken. I mean, it's like it's been blessed. It's so good. The Chick-fil-A sauce as well is the greatest sauce ever, and I might be addicted to it. It's an unhealthy obsession. I've got a whole fridge just stockpiled with it so that I could have it on any other chicken or burger dish that I ever make at home. So it's so bad for me, but you know what? It's just so good. So I mean, even their Polynesian and some of their other sauces are just amazing too. And then their waffle fries. Now, occasionally you'll get a bad Chick-fil-A where the waffle fries are kind of greasy and not super crispy, but that's only happened like once or twice. I mean, in general, they're fast. The food comes out. It's amazing. It's always great service. It's got to be in the S tier. And a lot of people I've seen in these ranking lists, this is what I was really wanting to correct, put this lower. And I'm like, no. I mean, Cane's is good. Cane's is good. Okay, they got a good sauce and all that, but it's nowhere near. Anyway, Chipotle. Now, here's where it's going to get interesting. Is there a Qdoba on here? I just want to see. Oh, there it is, Qdoba. These two, they're like very much the same for me. I like Chipotle's food better, but I like the fact that Qdoba has a spicy cheese, spicy queso. So I kind of, again, the spiciness, I'm a spice guy. So that automatically puts it another level up, and so these two are going to be like on the same level. A little spoiler alert there. I'm going to put it at B. Church's Chicken, I think it was better than Bojangles, but it's, again, not at this top level, so I'm going to put it at B for now. Don't know what Cookout is. Culver's, S tier easily. As a matter of fact, that is probably my favorite burger place. That is a chain, anyway. That is a chain. Favorite burger place that's a chain at the moment. So, again, I could kind of switch between different ones, but yeah, I don't know. Culver's for me has always been up there. It's just so good. And then you get those cheese curds. And then their root beer is the best root beer that there is. I've had some root beer taste tests, and that always wins. Even in the blind taste test, it's just the best. It's got that perfect amount of crispiness, like, or what do you call it with the carbonation? I don't know. I call it crispiness. Or bite, I guess you could say. It has that perfect amount of bite with the creaminess, from the cream soda flavor. So, I mean, there's just no better. Del Taco I have had exactly once, and I remember it being slightly better quality than Taco Bell, but I didn't like it as much. But it's hard to say. Taco Bell, when they do it right, is good, but they're not consistent. Del Taco, I think, was a better quality. They might be more consistent. I've only had it once, but when Taco Bell does it right, I don't like these guys nearly as much. So I'm going to put them at D. They could possibly be in C. I don't live near one. I've only had one once on vacation, so this might not be an accurate rating to anyone that's watching this. Like, what the hell, dude? But that's, I don't know. I don't have enough information, so I got to put it from what I remember. Denny's. Now, that's an interesting one. If I'm waking up from a hangover after hanging out with the guys, having like a 4th of July or something, and we want some breakfast, this is the way to go. Otherwise, if I do want breakfast, I get IHOP. But I'm not a breakfast guy. So Denny's to me is it's just kind of in the middle. C. Domino's. So I gotta have some wine occasionally. Domino's is usually my go-to fast food pizza. I go to Emo's probably the most out of any pizza joint, but that's not on here, even though it's a chain, so I don't know why. Emo's would be in the best. It's a St. Louis thing, though. I like those St. Louis style pizzas, but then now I've been getting into those Chicago deep dishes too, so I don't know. Pizza's just good. But usually I go for Domino's because they got that garlicky crust, which I like a lot. Um, so and they're consistently good. So I'm gonna put them as it's not emos, but in terms of this list, I'm gonna probably put them at the best for now because that's the best pizza I see on here at the moment. We'll get into it more though. Um, Dairy Queen, they're good, but they're just kind of there for me. If I go to Dairy Queen, it's usually to get their ice cream or shakes, or blizzards, I guess I should say. So I never actually go to Dairy Queen for the food very often, but if I had to say what their food is, it's probably about in the middle. Again, there's a lot of places that would just say, yeah, it's good. I'll go there if I want to, but it's not anything special. I only know this from Breaking Bad, but I've never actually been to this restaurant, so I can't tell you. Firehouse subs, ooh, that's some good subs right there. I think I might like Jersey Mike's a tad bit more. I'm gonna put them at B, but it's still really good. I might have to. I don't even know how to organize these different levels here because any of these they're so different. You know, there's subs, there's Mexican, and then there's like I mean, it's still sandwiches, but they have the meats. It's a little bit different. So I don't even know how to organize these. I think just putting them into their tiers might be what I'm just gonna have to do. Of course, leaving these two as my top two. Those are always gonna. Oh well, here we go. I just said Culver's was my favorite burger. If you want a thick burger with all the stuff on it, man, all the goodies on it, Five Guys is the way to go. Now, here's the problem though. Five Guys is also hit or miss. They either have the best burger and fries that you're gonna get, or it's gonna be greased the hell up, and therefore I can't. When it's good, it's up here. Well, it would switch places with this on any given day. But when it's bad, it's down here in C. So I'm going to put it at B. But oh man, it's good. IHOP is slightly better than Denny's, so I'm going to put that at B. It's a little bit better quality. Denny's is like a hangover restaurant. That's what I've always thought of it. Like either like super late night drunk restaurant, like when I've been on like, bachelor parties or in college or whatever. That's when this is good. IHOP is like, if I want a breakfast joint, I'm going to go to IHOP. That's just how it is. In-N-Out is also quite good. I've only had that on vacations. We don't have any near us. I thought that they were pretty high up there as well. I'm going to put them in a B. Jack in the Box. Now, they have pretty good quality food. I love getting their 6 tacos. It used to be like 2 tacos for $1. I think now it's like 2 tacos for like $1.50. Gosh dang it, inflation. But, it's pretty darn good. But it's not, I would say their quality is not up here, but I do enjoy it a lot. I'm going to put it at B for now. But then now Jersey Mike's. Okay, in terms of a sub place, what other sub places are there? There's Quiznos and Subway and... Oh, but for the first time ever, I had Schlotzsky's the other day, or I guess a couple weeks ago, and yeah, so that's going to be taking the top spot. But I mean, in general, Jersey Mike's is my favorite like fast food sub place. So I'm going to put that there. But that's for heated up subs. I guess in terms of cold subs, I like Jimmy John's a lot, and they're always very quick, and I like that bread. Especially if you ask for the bread to be scooped out, you can put there's more ingredients in there. It's just, oh yeah. It's going to be difficult. I'm going to try to reorganize all. There's got to be some that go into F tier, right? So we'll get to there eventually. I've never had Jollibee, as I was saying earlier. KFC, great fried chicken. It used to be one of my favorite things. I actually like their chicken better as a leftover after you keep it in the fridge overnight. I actually like cold chicken from this place. But their mashed potatoes are great. Their biscuits are great. I mean, come on now. It's KFC. But I'm going to put them at B because, there's better chicken. And I don't have it all too often. I don't know. Like, if I have, like, a big family meal or something, and I don't want to have to work for it, KFC's the way to go. Little Caesars, I used to really hate them. I was like, this is like the Taco Bell of pizza places, Very low quality, but, if you're trying to get pizzas on a budget. But they've come out with some pizzas, like the double pepperoni, whatever that one is, with all the pepperoni. I think they even have cheese stuffed crust and stuff now. they're starting to bring it a little bit more. So I'm going to put them at C, but again, everything here in C is still restaurants that I would go to. I love them, and I would totally go back. So this does not mean it's a bad restaurant. The ones in D tier, I would... Well, again, I think I would check out Del Taco again, though. Bojangles, probably not, unless that's the only chicken around. But Del Taco, I think I would go to again. So I can't really say that for that. I just don't have enough information on that one. But in general, everything C and above, I would go to consistently. Everything below, I'm not going to go to very much. Long John Silver's. It's better than Captain D's. That's all I got for you. Now I say, when I was a kid, I loved both this and Captain D's, and Captain D's is not on here, I don't think. And, you know, I loved the fried stuff as a kid, and the hush puppies, and the whole gosh darn deal. But every single time I eat here at Captain D's now, it's just too much fried, greasy, brown stuff. And I just do not feel good afterward anymore. I know they got the coleslaw and all that, but I don't know. These seafood restaurants, these lower tier fast food seafood restaurants just don't do it for me anymore. I don't know. Maybe I've become too posh, but yeah, it's not quite for me. This is going to be a controversial one. Now this is a little bit okay. I guess I'll specify. When I went to Germany, and it wasn't all the processed American food. When I had McDonald's in Germany, it was leagues better. Plus, they sold beer. Can't go wrong with a McDonald's that sells beer. But over here in the U.S., which is what I'm basing this on, because I live in the U.S. and this is primarily U.S. fast food places. Every time I've had McDonald's, it's made me sick. It's just there are two shining glories. Or actually, I should say three. Are number one, their McGriddle. I mean, when they had breakfast all day before COVID, that was what I always went for. I love the McGriddle. Actually, McDonald's breakfast in general is good. That's never made me sick. I've always loved it. Number two, their fries. Probably some of the best fast food fries out there. Okay? I mean, there's just no better. Even Chick-fil-A's fries are like kind of contending with it. And if their ice cream machine is working, I do love their ice cream and their shakes and all the various things that you can get there. But their burgers and their chicken are absolute dog poo. I hate it. It's always made me sick. It's either too greasy or it's just and it even tastes frozen and processed. I mean, even more so than Burger King. But I will say, at least McDonald's comes out with the food faster. But yeah, I'd much rather have a Burger King burger or chicken sandwich than a McDonald's one, and that's just how I've always felt. I have a little bit of a bias, I guess, but I just can't help it. It's just always so. Now, if you gave me a meal of McGriddle, fry, and shake, it'd probably be up here in C or B tier, but you got to look at it as a whole, and that's just where it's going to go. So sorry if I've offended you, but that's just how it, and they got that creepy clown. I don't care for Ronald McDonald. I could get the freaking what's the purple guy's name? He's got that whatever shake. I'm blanking on it right now. It's like, doesn't it start with a G or something? I keep wanting to say Glizzy Shake. I know that's not it. Whatever the hell his name is, So yeah, it's whatever. It's got the appeal and all that, and it did have the place I liked to go to as a kid, but yeah, I don't care for it. Sorry. Grimace Shake. There it is. It was on the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't remember. Moe's. I've seen these. Never been to one. It's probably pretty good, but anyway. Never been to Noodles Company, whatever that is. Okay, Panda Express. I went here all the time in college. This was in the student union. It was in there with Chick-fil-A and not Papa John's, Pizza Hut, and some kind of like bowl place. But I never went to the bowl place, and it was like all this super like fancy, healthy, goody two-shoes food that was way too expensive for me. So I did not go there. But Panda Express I went to quite a bit, and I loved it in college, and now it's just It's way too fried. I mean, you can get the different rice there, I guess, but I don't know. I'm not crazy about it like I used to be, but it's definitely not bad, so I'm going to put it at C. Maybe D. Nah, it's at a C. I mean, I still enjoy it. It's just, I do feel like taking a nap afterward. You get the carb overload, and you're like, wah, you can't handle it. So anyway, that's where that's going to go. Panera, aka St. Louis Bread Co., because we're still within the St. Louis vicinity. It depends on my mood, really, for this one. Sometimes, and they're kind of hit or miss too. Sometimes their quality's really good, and sometimes it's kind of eh. When I was a kid, I would always get the bread bowl soup. I loved that with the sourdough bread and all that. Now I usually get the pick two, and I get the broccoli cheddar and some other sandwich or whatever. It's good. It's good. Do I typically think to myself, I want to go to Panera or St. Louis Bread Co.? Not really. I guess that's really what I would say about these C tiers. Either they're not nearby, or I just don't think to myself, that sounds good tonight. But I would go to them. I have no vendetta against any of these, but everything B tier and above, I would actually be like, you know what, that sounds good tonight. So that's how I'm differentiating them there. Papa John's. Now, I used to love Papa John's because, and I still do like them. It's pizza. I mean, you can't go wrong with pizza. But they have the dips. That was the thing I always liked, was you could get that garlic dip, or I think you get like 2 of them per pizza or whatever, and I would dip my pizza in there. And like, I'm a garlic lover, so I was all over that stuff, man. But in terms of the quality of their pizza in general, and hopefully, I just noticed that they crossed out Papa's face there because of all the, I forgot what allegations were made against him or whatever. He did some stuff that was just like the Subway guy. What was his name? Jake from Subway. It's not Jake from State Farm. I forgot what the guy's name is either. I'm not good with names. But that's pretty funny, actually. I don't want Papa coming after me, but it's just not my go-to pizza place anymore. There's better. As I said, Domino's is one of the ones I go to, and I don't know. Papa John's is just lacking. It's not bad. Again, it's a place I would go to, but C tier is getting too filled up, and I just like other pizza places better. Don't know what the heck PDQ is. It might be pretty good. There's a chicken on there. Penn Station. Okay, now I would put this literally at the same level as Five Guys here. If you get a good Penn Station sub and fries, it is outstanding. Those fries can be some of the best fries ever. But sometimes, again, they overly grease it sometimes, and they don't know what the heck they're doing. And then the fries get all soggy just with grease, and it's not a good experience. So you're either going to get the best experience, especially when you get that Philly cheesesteak sub or something. Oh, man. I'm going to have to eat after this. But if you get that and everything's all greasy and it's like soaking through the bun or the bread, and it just becomes like almost like a sloppy Joe type experience. It's just messy and ugh. So again, I'm going to put this up here near Five Guys, only because in its best situation, it's the best. In its worst situation, I would almost say upper D, but I don't know. I can't go down that far with it. It's still really good. Pizza Hut, I used to think Papa John's was better than Pizza Hut, but in recent years, I've actually grown to like Pizza Hut better. They have the cheese stuffed crust. You can't go wrong with that. So, but again, I don't go to them that often. But I am going to put them at C. I think they're slightly better. So that's where that's going to go. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I've never been to Popeyes. I've heard all about it. I've wanted to try their chicken sandwich because everyone is saying that's like up here and, S-tier quality chicken. I have never had the chance to go to Popeyes. There's been some around. I've just never had people go like, oh, let's go to Popeyes. And usually I have other plans. I'm thinking about these places instead. And I just never have gone. The appeal is there, but I can't rate it. I've smelled it. I've walked by a Popeyes before going to another place, and it smells good, but I gotta put it at I never had, and I hate to say that because I want to try it, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. So please forgive me. Do not come raining down on me. All 7 of my viewers, don't come raining down on me. Portillo's, I don't know anything about that. I feel like I've seen that before, but I've never been there. It says hot dogs, I think that says. Yeah, I've never had it. If I have had it, then it's not been from the actual, like I wasn't actually in the place itself. Potbelly, I don't know anything about that. I think I've seen that before too. Qdoba, again, it switches places with Chipotle all the time because I like Chipotle's food better, but I like their gosh darn queso better. And they got all the different salsa choices and everything. I like both of them a lot. If I had, it depends on the day and which one is closer to where I'm at. I guess if I had to choose, I'm going to say that Chipotle is better, but oh man. Qdoba is right by my office, so when I do go into work, which I work remote, but occasionally we have stuff in office, I always go to Qdoba. So, I mean, and if there was a Chipotle right next to it, I'd probably switch every single. They're so close, I can't really. I'm not going to get involved in this debate on which one's better. They're just both equally as good. So just think of this block here as equal. That's all I can say. Quiznos. Used to have one in my old hometown. I really loved it. They had this torpedo sub, the torpedo. I forgot what kind of meat and everything I got in it. I was like just a kid, but I loved it. I loved their sauce. I loved the way they toasted it. It was like thinner, so you could eat it really easily. It wasn't super messy. I loved it, but now I think these days like they're all shutting down, which is kind of sad. So I have not had Quiznos, and I'm not kidding, probably 12 years at least. Sorry, I had to have some more wine there. So I can't really. I don't know. If I remember them correctly, they'd probably be in about a B. But they're pretty much gone. I don't even know where the nearest. You know what? Let's take a little detour there. Let's see where the nearest Quiznos is. The nearest one is still in my hometown. I've moved into Missouri though, so I'm quite far away. But yeah, so hour and 28 minutes away. So yeah, there's no more going to Quiznos, I guess. But it was good. It was good while it lasted. Don't know what the hell Roy Rogers is. Sbarro, I've only had Sbarro in malls, so I kind of associate this with you're shopping all day. I would always go for Chick-fil-A anyway, usually, but occasionally I'd be like, you know what, I want pizza. It is good. They only come out with that one slice though, usually, and it's just not quite enough for me. I mean, it's a big slice, but I don't know. I don't remember it being that special. If I had it more often and I didn't associate it with malls, it might be in C, but I mean, come on now. These two rows here are just absolutely creaming the competition. I need to somehow balance that a little bit here. Schlotzsky's is going straight to the best. I mean, I was about to say S tier. I should have just named it S tier. Because, someone else made this tier list, so I kind of go off of what they had. There should have been an A under here. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this like any other tier list. It's going to be A, B, C. Because, again, I don't hate these. D/F. How about that? And then we'll just rank them in that order. Yeah, Schlotzsky's, I mean, those sandwiches are so gosh darn good. The only thing I don't like about the place is there's these awesome looking cinnamon rolls staring at you the whole time. And for someone who's trying to watch their weight, it's so brutal to look at those and smell them the whole time and be like, I need it. But, no, I resist. but I've only had it once, and I'm putting it at S tier just because of how great my first experience was, and I need to go back. So that's where that's going. Shake Shack, never been. Don't have one near me. There's a Black Sheep that has a very similar logo that's in Springfield, Missouri, or around Springfield. I don't know if it's at all. Extreme weather warning. That's always fun. We've had so many tornadoes here in the Midwest. What's another one? Anyway, so what was I saying before that happened? Yeah, I would go back to Schlotzsky's. Anyway, oh yeah, Shake Shack. Yeah, there's a thing called Black Sheep. It's got there's like even like a burger that's like soaked in Dr. Pepper for like a couple days and then grilled. I don't know, man. They got all sorts of interesting burgers there, and I just love all the stuff that they got. But I know Shake Shack is just like a pretty much straight up burger. I've had some good I've heard some good things about it, but yeah, never been. I think it's more of like a West Coast thing. I don't know. I've never had it. Do I want to have it? Of course, but I haven't had the chance. Again, there's just so many restaurants out there. I don't know anything about Sheetz, so I'm gonna just say I don't give a sheet about Sheetz and put it down here. I don't know what the heck it is. Skyline. I don't know what the heck Skyline is. I mean, who knows where these restaurants even are? I don't even know where they're at in the U.S. Okay, this one's also going to be a bit of a weird opinion. I've had good and bad experiences at Sonic. My sister worked at Sonic for many years. So, there's a little bit of, I liked going there to see her, and, I'd sometimes get, like, a free shake or something, but I liked their half-price shakes. Every summer I'd get off of, like, band camp or, our band practices and go to Sonic and get a half-price shake, or after like a soccer tournament or something. So I have a lot of great feelings about that. They've got awesome tater tots. Their fries are all right. I'm not crazy about their burgers. I'm going to be completely honest. Their chicken and their burgers are they're better than McDonald's. But they're not, they might even be better than Burger King, I guess. But they're just not, it's not my go-to fast food. My wife loves their tea. So I would almost say that there are extra menu items that are not like they're just straight up burgers and chicken is probably better than anything else there. So I will say the experience in general is probably about a B. But yeah, I just don't go there all that often. I guess I could kind of put it like DQ. Nothing really stood out for me. I mean, it's not terrible. Usually their burgers are a little bit messy or whatever, especially with the cheese and all that. It looks like they just put a piece of like a slice of cheddar or American cheese on there and just let it kind of melt a little bit with the heat from the burger, but they don't actually do anything special with it. I don't know. I'm not crazy about Sonic. I liked their commercials back in the day when they had the two guys and all that, but yeah, they're just not, they're not top tier for me. They're not bad either, but they're just not top tier. Steak and Shake, they used to be cheap as hell. And every time I go to Steak and Shake, I gotta get their shakes, because that's like a part of the experience, and their shakes are amazing. But I used to be able to get in and out of there for like $6 or $7, and it just seems like lately, because so many of them have been closing down, the ones that I do go to, it ends up being like a $17 meal or something, and I'm like, what the hell? I will partially blame that on the fact that I eat one meal a day. I do an intermittent fasting thing, and when I do go there, I get like the triple steak burger, and I get that with like a large fry and a shake, and it's an amazing meal. But yeah, it turns out to be pretty expensive. But price aside, if we're just talking about flavor here, I actually really like Steak and Shake. Now, it's not on here, but Freddy's. Freddy's is somewhere in between Steak and Shake and Culver's. It's got the expensiveness of Culver's, but like similar menu items to Steak and Shake, a little bit of a crossover there. So if I had to put Freddy's somewhere, that was going to be actually probably down at C, because I'd rather go to one or the other of Steak and Shake or Culver's. But I like Culver's better. I think Steak and Shake used to be higher up. I'm gonna put it at B as well. Just because I don't go there all the time, but I do like it a lot. It's just if there's a Culver's around, I typically go to that instead. But I guess where we recently moved to, I guess this is round and Culver's is not. So I don't know. I could see this being an A too. You know what? It is good. I'm not going to put price as a factor. I'm going to put it up here in A. Not quite as good as Culver's though. Subway. There were times I liked their meatball sub a lot. But I mean, you got these, right? You got these, and then they had their whole situation with the oh, it's a jelly bean. My other cat, who's normally not in front of the computer screen like the other one. Here, I'll put my leg down. You can come up, or you can just leave. That's fine too. I'm not a fan of Subway. I gotta be honest. It's not because of the controversy or anything. They did get kind of woke on their commercials and stuff like that, and like their what they were saying to the press and all that for a while. I'm not crazy about woke companies, though some of these are probably woke. But that's not really influencing my decision here. I just don't like their subs nearly as much as any of the other subs here in the A or B, or the S or A tiers. I'm actually gonna put them down here at C. They're not terrible, but it's just not. I mean, they're okay. If you were basing it on meatball sub alone, it might be up higher, but that's about all I could say about Subway. It's just not what I go for. My wife likes it. My wife would probably put it up here in A, but I'm just not crazy about it. Swenson's. I don't even know what the heck that is. Kind of an interesting name though. Okay, here's another one. Here's another one of these like hit or miss ones. Taco Bell. I tell you what, it's almost just because of the the whole what is the word I'm looking for? Yeah, you joke about going to Taco Bell and you got the whole experience. You go in there and you know you're going to get some like really poor quality but great tasting food. You got the Baja Blast going and then you're going to end up having a Baja Blast in the restroom afterward from eating Taco Bell. But gosh dang it. Sometimes you just got a craving for that Taco Bell. And their creamy jalapeno sauce is out of this world. That's why I like getting the quesadillas or adding the creamy jalapeno sauce in the app to like any burrito that I get there. I wish they wouldn't get rid of some of their... When they change their menu, it's like it continues to get worse. They used to have a double XL burrito. I loved that thing. Got rid of it. The quesarito. The quesarito was like my favorite thing ever. And then they got rid of that. I mean, it's like, come on. That being said, I do get the cravings for Taco Bell, and I have to go there, and it's like I'm basically rolling the die. They're either going to nail it, and if they nail it, it's an S tier. It's terrible, but it's an S tier restaurant. If they nail it and they get everything that I order in the bag, it's an S tier restaurant. But at least 2/3 of the time, they do not nail it. They get something wrong, or I get a burrito that's like all rice until like the very end of it, and the ingredients aren't dispersed correctly, or they forget some things in the bag, and I have to go back and get some other stuff. I mean, it's just, they are so hit or miss depending on the location and the clientele of the people working there. So just know it would be an S if they were consistent with how good they were, but I got to put them in B. I hate doing it too because I actually go there probably more than most of these restaurants in B, but they are just so hit or miss. When you get a bad Taco Bell meal, it's like I could have gone anywhere else. You just feel like you just wasted your entire night, but if you get a good Taco Bell meal, it's so worth it. So it's almost like you're doing a gamble, and you're gambling your night over how good the Taco Bell is. I mean, you're gonna get a good Mountain Dew no matter what, but the rest of the meal, it really depends. It really depends. Don't know what the heck Taco Cabana is. Don't know what Torchy's tacos are. Now Waffle House, that's an interesting one. I had that for the first time during my when was it? Oh yeah, it was right before COVID. We went on a spring break trip down to Panama City Beach, Florida, and this was when COVID was starting to hit hard. And we wanted to go out to restaurants, but all the restaurants were closing, and or they had half capacity and like 3 hour wait. So we ended up going to Waffle House the last night that we had there, and they made us wait for the food out in the parking lot and come in one at a time to get our dishes. We also got it when I came down there in my bachelor party. But again, I thought that Denny's was a hangover or like kind of like buzzed restaurant. Waffle House is that on crack. That being said, they were quick and it comes in a pinch, man. Not that I drink that much anymore, but as I drink wine, but I'm not like I don't get stupid with it anymore, I should say. But you know what? I would almost say Waffle House is better than a Denny's. It just comes in and it is good. It is some good stuff. It comes in on a pinch, and yeah, it's just good. I heard like they judge how bad a natural disaster is by whether the Waffle House is closed or not at a certain location. Apparently, they stay open 24/7, and it's like all hands on deck to keep that thing running, no matter what kind of event happens. So that's kind of funny. I would almost put it at A, but I just don't go to it enough. I don't have one near me right now, at least that I know of. Again, I don't get breakfast food very often, but this it's been there for me. It's my emergency case breakfast food, and it's really good. Um, Wawa. I don't even know what the heck that is, but it's got a stork on there and it's got a funny name, so I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out someday. I don't even know where to get that. What kind of food is it? I don't even know what kind of food it is. It doesn't show anything on there. I mean, at least this one has tacos. You can tell these are going to be tacos. Drive through, I think that's or drive in. I don't know. I mean, some of these you can kind of tell what I don't know what the heck Wawa is. What, do you eat storks? Anyway, Wendy's. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Interesting one indeed. Well, I'm going to put it in B. I think their burgers are decent, especially the Baconator. The Baconator is just great. Again, it's kind of like these other ones up here, DQ and Sonic. I think my favorite part of the whole Wendy's experience, even though the burgers and the chicken and all that are pretty good, I would actually say they're probably better than. I'm going to put it above Dairy Queen. Even though they're good, I would say my favorite part is getting the fries and a Frosty and dipping the fries in the Frosty. I mean, that's just the way to go. That's how you do it. So, yeah, Wendy's has got to be up here in B. It's not something that I go to all the time, but gosh dang, I just love that part of the experience. Whataburger I've been to a few times, and I kind of got to put it in the same general vicinity as In-N-Out. I have not, I mean, there's people that try to pin these against each other. I have only had both of them like twice. And it's always been on a vacation, so I'm always in a good mood, but I could not tell you which one of these is better. But they were both very good. I would say that they're in the upper echelon of burgers from what I remember, but they are not like, they're not up an ass. I don't know them well enough. They're just not quite there. But they're still very good, and I would totally check them out again. I'd like to do a blind taste test of all these, but sadly I do not have that ability. White Castle, another difficult one. So when I was a kid, loved this place. I would get like, well, especially when I was in my early teens, I'd get like freaking 10 to 12 burgers, chicken rings, fries, the whole kit and caboodle. I did this again a couple of years ago because I'm like, I want to, we went out to a lunch during one of our work events, and I'm like, I want to experience it again. And it's kind of that feeling after Taco Bell or like Panda Express or something. It's just too much fried brown foods that were like greasy, and then I just felt like crap afterward. I just felt like taking a nap and never waking up again. It was great while I was eating it, but it's just not quite worth it for me. put it at? Actually, it gives me the same feeling Long John Silver's does. I mean, Taco Bell at least has. I mean, you get some tomatoes and some things in there. I mean, I guess there's onions in the White Castle, but I get some things in Taco Bell that at least kind of break up the monotony of. I mean, it's not fried. It's different. So I'm gonna have to put White Castle and see again. I don't hate it. It's just not. It doesn't make me feel good afterward. I got to stick with the healthier options when I can. Even though I am doing a fast food list here. I mean, I just I gotta stick to my guns here. Yeah, healthy in terms of this listing here is what I'm looking for. Never been to a Wiener Schnitzel. I think weren't they mainly like pretzels or something, or am I thinking of Auntie Anne's? I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a Wiener Schnitzel. I've seen it. I've heard about it. Just never had it. I think I've heard about it more than most of these, though, actually, besides Popeyes. These, actually, it's funny that these are lined up. These are the two that I've heard the most about that I'm most interested in trying that I've just never gotten to. So, maybe one day. Maybe I'll come back and re-rank this another day, but, Wings, don't know what the heck that is. Some kind of other chicken place. I mean, how many chicken places are there? Okay, Wingstop. Now, I'm amazed Buffalo Wild Wings on here isn't on here because I'd put that as a fast casual or casual, right? Well, I'm going to rank where I would put Buffalo Wild Wings just because I wish it was on here. Buffalo Wild Wings, I don't like their chicken as much as Wingstop. I do like their rub and especially sauce options for the wings. And this is typically one of the places that my team at work will go for happy hours. So I kind of have a little bit of a bias there because it's always a good time. They got their own Long Island, like Mountain Dew alcoholic drink or whatever. I mean, whenever there's a unique flavor of Mountain Dew, my favorite soda, I kind of get into that. I have liked Buffalo Wild Wings more in recent history, but in terms of the quality of the chicken, now I do like the fries better at Buffalo Wild Wings too. I'd probably put them at both at A. I just like a good wing occasionally, But it depends on the day. Do I want a better quality chicken or do I want the experience? And I would say I have a better experience at Buffalo Wild Wings, but I have a better chicken at Wingstop. So that's what I'm going to do there. Zaxby's, I had that like once or twice. Probably about the same amount as Church's Chicken, and I don't particularly remember which one of these was better or worse. I just remember it was good, but not Cane's or Chick-fil-A especially. So I can't really put them anywhere besides here and B. Again, I would go back to them. They're not turning me away, but they're just not places that I know too much. I don't go to them on a regular basis. So yeah, that is again. I was gonna try to do what I do in the music tier list and level out all these rows, but I think that would be just too difficult, and I would be doing a disservice to some of these restaurants because some of these restaurants have gotten me through some difficult times or come in a pinch when I'm like really starving, so I can't really knock any of these down, or up, I should say. I just don't have enough information on Del Taco. I should probably knock it up to B at least. I mean, it's probably better than Taco Bell, but I just don't know enough about it. I can't remember my experience well enough. And really nothing on this list besides McDonald's is something that I would actively go out of my way to avoid. Unless it's breakfast. Again, McDonald's, breakfast. But yeah, I think that... again, some of these C's I'm not going to go to very often either. So I could put like Long John Silver's down here, but again, when I'm eating the food, I love eating the food. It's after I eat the food that I'm like, what the hell did I do to myself? And I end up slowly dying inside. So, I mean, that's most of these. Well, Papa John's is not that way. It's pizza. I mean, I would almost put it up to B. I've done too many B's. Okay, so this is how it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna be. Gosh dang it! I'll put these. I'll put these at the top of this. Bojangles again. I've been here less than these two. I don't remember it. It could be up on the same level as these, but it's just not nearly as good. I don't care enough to move it up. So yeah, this is. I think I'm good with this. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching me put together this tier list. If you have any comments or like if you want to comment your own tier list and what you thought about what I did here, let me know. I'd love to debate some of these options, or if you really feel like, oh man, you got to check out one of these restaurants down here, let me know, because I am always down for some food, some good food. So I get some of these Moe's, Popeyes, Wiener Schnitzel. I've already got those on my radar, so I'm gonna check those out sometime. There's just too many restaurants out there that are like more popular in different parts of the country, and here I am in the middle of Missouri. Some of these just aren't around. So, comment your suggestions and what you thought and your own tier list, and we can discuss more and have a good time. I'm starting to like these tier lists. Just doing these about anything. It could be music or anything, but I'm kind of enjoying doing these to kind of see what my own thoughts are all displayed out on a page like this. So, let me know if you're interested in more of these videos, and I will continue to do them. So, with that, have a nice day/night, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.